Hello. So I wanted to finish our week-long dive into Wicked Vision Media out of Germany with a pretty fun little spotlight on some things that they have coming. This week so far, we've had a long discussion with Laurent from Wicked Vision, and then I opened this massive box that came all the way from Germany and showed you a whole bunch of the Wicked Vision products. And now we're going to go into some news. So first, to start off, I do Reconnected every Thursday night on this channel where I go over the boutique announcements from the previous week, but also every second Thursday of every month, I go through my additional announcements for what I call my premium releases. Now, Wicked Vision Media has a lot of releases that are not quite premium, but a lot of people are not going to some of these smaller German companies. So I decided to put them in here because most of their titles that they're well known for come from media books, which some people view as premiums. So I just sort of put them all together. And I wanted to highlight that because what I'm going to do is share a slew of announcements that Wicked Vision has been putting out right now to highlight what they have coming out in 2023 and possibly entice you to go follow the Disconnected Premiums account on Instagram right now and to check in every second Thursday of the month to find out what premium releases are coming out. Right now, I'm only going to be covering the Wicked Vision ones, and if you want to see all of the others, there's a whole lot there, so make sure that you go check them out. But otherwise, we're going to be following through with the rest of those on the second Tuesday of next month. So in December of 2022, Wicked Vision did 31 days of news. Every single day, they dropped an announcement of something that they were putting out soon, maybe showed some new art, something like that. And we're going to go through all of those and a few other things. But if you keep watching, there are some exclusive reveals near the end of this that this channel is the only place in the world that has these pieces of art other than Wicked Vision themselves. On top of that, I have some really exciting news to share with people that speak English, but are really appreciative of these releases and may want to dive into them. So stick around, we're going to be going over that after we go through these announcements. First off, you may have heard in the interview that I had with Laurent that Wicked Vision is working on a release of Salo, the 120 Days of Sodom. This was banned in Germany for a long time, and it is now no longer banned, and they are working on a curated deluxe edition release. They are also putting out Diary of a Madman from 1963 with Vincent Price, and this is a piece of the exclusive artwork that they have coming out. Next one, they are putting out the Bava film, Revenge of the Vikings, also known as Eric the Conqueror. This is going to get the German high-def premiere with a brand new 2K restoration with plenty of bonus material. Wicked Vision has been putting out a lot of Nico Mastorakis films, and this is just the first one in this slate of releases. This is Blood Tide from 1982. This is going to have the 4K scan of the OCN that was used, I believe, by the Arrow video release, and this is going to be the first time it's uncut in Germany, which is pretty cool. Next up, they are putting out the Pasolini film, the Decameron. Now, this one is the first in a trilogy that you might hear more about in just a moment. Next up, they're putting out Nightmare at Noon. This is also called Maniac City. This is getting released in 2023 as a German high-def premiere from a fresh 4K scan with a whole bunch of bonus material. This is another Mastorakis joint, and it is going to have some really good bonus features. Can't wait to see what they do with this one. This is the first release in Germany since VHS. Next up, as part of their Black Cinema collection, or the new Black Cinema collection, they're putting out the original Barbershop from 2002. Interested to see what they do with the original Barbershop. 315, The Moment of Truth, also known as Showdown at Lincoln High, or 315, The Hour of the Cobras. This is getting a European high-def premiere as part of the Wicked Vision Collector Series. It's going to be a nice addition with this brand new artwork, and it's gonna be some good stuff on this disc. It's the first German release since it was in cinemas or on VHS, which is pretty incredible. The Mechanic with Charles Bronson. This one is coming out with a new 2K master and a whole lot of bonus material and a booklet. This is the one I just mentioned a moment ago. Pasolini's The Canterbury Tales is the second film in the trilogy of life, and it is being revealed as a German high-def premiere. It will be a nice addition with lots of bonus material and a booklet, of course. Another Masterakis joint, they are putting out Blind Date with Kirstie Alley. Rest in peace. This is coming out with a DVD and Blu-ray combo pack. This will be completely uncut with extensive bonus materials. They are putting out the entire series of The Ant and the Aardvark from 1969 to 72, and this is going to have multiple audio commentaries and a couple great documentaries. Gotta love some high-def animation. Looking forward to that. The third and final film from Pasolini's trilogy of life will join the Decameron and the Canterbury Tales, and it will be in a box set with plenty of bonus material and a booklet. Currently, they are still producing some bonus materials for it, but they're thinking about doing a repackaging so you can get each one on its own. So yeah, this is going to be a pretty cool year for Pasolini fans. The Dead Next Door from '89, the J.R. Bookwalter film. This is going to have the soundtrack CD with it and a whole lot of bonus materials. Then they're putting out the Snake from 1973. Depends on where you're at. Some places it's called Snake, some places it's called interesting title, but it's Seven S's is the name of this film from 1973. And now you're going to have an informative booklet on it. You're going to have a media book release with this, and this is some of the brand new artwork. This looks like it will be great. On top of all that, there are going to be multiple audio commentaries, interviews, Super 8 versions, radio spots, trailers, picture galleries, and then 2 different cuts. And very curious to see what they do there. Dead Heat is making its 4K premiere over there, and they're going to get this deluxe edition put out in the new year. Can't wait to see what they do there. It's probably going to be the same scan as the Vinegar Syndrome release, but that's all right. This comes as a European HD premiere for End of the World. This is an old Charles Band title, and they have been the one German partner with Full Moon. So anything that is related to Full Moon, if it's a legal release in Germany, will be coming from Wicked Vision. So that is End of the World. The next Full Moon title is going to be Shrunken Heads. This is going to be one of 4 more titles that are planned for their Full Moon media book series. They're kind of teasing those other 3, so we'll see what those are later. Student Bodies, really great one. Obviously, this is a really well put together comedy horror film from 1981. This is going to get a German high-def premiere with all kinds of bonus materials, and this will be a part of the collector series. Next, Barbershop 2. They are adding this to the Black Cinema collection, and they wanted to stress they do not have the rights to Part 3, but maybe someday they could get the rights to Part 3, do a repack on that one. So maybe eventually they could do a little box set of all 3. But for now, plan on the first one and the second one coming in this year. This title is, first of all, very underrated film, but it's got multiple names, and so many people know it as different things. This is mostly known as The Quest, also known as Frog Dreaming, and then in Germany it looks like it was called The Ghost Hunter. This is from 1986. They have all kinds of details on this one. So this one is going to have a media book with a Blu-ray and a DVD, a 24-page booklet. This is getting the 4K restoration that Umbrella did. And we got the audio commentary with Brian Trenchard Smith on here. Whole bunch of interviews. We got stuff from the Depths of a Legend, a look back with the actor Henry Thomas, and Brian Trenchard Smith is with him. And then on top of that, we got a look back with the co-stars, Rachel Friend and Tamsin West. Some other stuff on here that looks really good. This will have English subs, and that's always welcome. Coming in the first quarter of 2023, we are getting Art of Love, also known as Ars Amandi. This is going to be the German high-def premiere of this film, and if you're used to the director on here, you can expect some sort of like erotic cinema in a really just beautifully filmed atmosphere. This is a director I love. Alex de la Iglesia's film that is called Commonwealth is being released, and it's also called La Comunidad, or Alone with the Neighbors. This is from 2000. I've not seen this one, so very eager to see this one. I love me some de la Iglesia. We may be hearing more about him in just a moment. Next up, we are getting The Skin from 1981. This has Burt Lancaster in it, but this will be nice. It's a high-def premiere as part of the Collector's Edition series, and I've not seen this one, so yeah, curious to see this one as well. This is a big deal. We are getting a UHD release of Eyes Without a Face. Most people have seen this one, but this is, I guarantee this is going to look great on 4K. But one cool thing, they've released this previously. So they wanted to guarantee here for all buyers that had the first media book edition, there will be a 4K upgrade disc that you can get by itself at a cheaper price. So yes, Wicked Vision is doing it right. Curious to see what else they can do on this release and maybe make it a little more enticing for people to buy yet again. Next up, like I said, another Alex de la Iglesia, one of my favorite films from him, Perdida Durango. This is getting a 4K release in Germany, and it's a gorgeous film. I love this movie. The 4K looks great, and this is going to have its 4K premiere in Europe. So many people over there are going to be able to have the chance to see this on 4K for the first time. Looks like all of the features on this are from the Severin disc, and I'm just glad that people are going to have another opportunity to see this movie because it is bonkers. This is a wild movie. Eye of the Tiger is getting a release this spring from Wicked Vision, and we are the first channel that got access to this. Nobody else in the world except Wicked Vision has these packaging shots. So I'm going to show you. This is the front of the first cover of Eye of the Tiger, and here is the back. And this is the second cover of one of their media books, and this is the back of that one. And then the third cover, which man, Gary Busey has never looked like more of a badass than right there. And then this is the back of that third cover. This is coming soon, and this is going to be the European high-def premiere. Nobody else has released it even on Blu-ray over there, which is really great that Wicked Vision is able to come on board and put that out for everybody. This is going to be a part of the collector series. All of the media books will be strictly limited with an essay, and then as a bonus, they've got trailers, picture galleries, interviews, and a great audio commentary that Laurent is on himself. So very curious to listen to that one. Another set of exclusive reveals coming in March of this year is New Year's Evil. This is the film from 1980, of course. We got a 24-page booklet. We got an audio commentary that's a little old. It's one with Bill Olsen from Code Red on it. And it's nice to see him memorialized that way. This is, again, the only place in the world that you can see this unless you were an employee of Wicked Vision. This is the front cover of one of the media books and the back of that one. This is the second cover, and that looks great. And this is the back of that one. And finally, this is the third cover. You'll see it matches the Kino Lorber slipcover art. And this is the back of that one. This looks great. You should be able to pre-order this very, very soon. Next one, you can pre-order this one now. This is The Wind from Nico Masterakis. This is coming on February 10th. This is a full-on 3-disc set. You have the Blu-ray, DVD, and the soundtrack CD. You got a 32-page booklet with an essay in there by Stuart Taylor Cameron. We've got 3 different covers like you see there. The film itself has a 4K scan from the OCN on the Blu-ray, and then a whole bunch of bonus features that were on a previous release of this, but it's nice to see that this is coming out in Germany so that more people can see this film. Next up, this is The Mikado Project from 1983. After putting a lot of blood, sweat, and ninjas into the project, the wait is finally over because this year, this will be released as an exclusive 3-disc set that will include the soundtrack CD as part of the collector series. Shop exclusively as a director's approved version with interviews, audio and video commentary, archival footage, music clips, image galleries, and trailers. The release is planned for the first half of the year, and there were going to be shop exclusive goodies, and then of course autographs from the director. Pretty damn cool. This is going to be fresh scanned from the 35mm OCN, and is going to have a great restoration under the supervisor of the director. So if you're into this one, Wicked Vision is going to be the place to get it. The Black Cinema Collection, you can see the 12th entry in their collection now, and this comes out February 10th. This movie is called Riot with Jim Brown. This is limited to only 1,500 copies, and it looks incredible. Once again, I will highlight that you can go and subscribe to the Black Cinema Collection Volume 2 right now and guarantee that you get every piece that is released for that collection. I really wish that I could go subscribe right now because that whole release looks incredible. And again, if you go subscribe, you get a big a big like box set box to house everything, and it looks incredible. It's definitely something that if you're a collector of these sort of things, you would really appreciate holding it in your hand like this. It's very nice. Then they teased that they are putting out the Monster Squad coming around April, and it's going to include Wolfman's Got Nards. Yes, I would love to have an official release of that on a pressed disc rather than a burn disc like I believe it was in the US. Keep an eye out for that. Wicked Vision will be announcing more soon, I'm sure, and I can't wait to see what they got for us. Finally, as far as the news at least, we have Monster Man. This is the film from 2003 that the art on this, look at this. It looks amazing. This is, again, another exclusive. Nowhere else in the world can you see these right now except for on the Disconnected. Again, Wicked Vision hasn't even posted these. This is all exclusive for this channel. Hope you guys are enjoying these. This is going to come with a 24-page booklet. It's going to have an audio commentary with the director and screenwriter and a couple of the actors. We got a making of, gag reel, Monster Man animatic. If you've never seen this film, I believe it was a Lionsgate film, and the synopsis from IMDb, very tame, but the movie's a little crazier than this. Two guys and a female hitchhiker are terrorized by a monstrous-looking man driving a giant monster truck. Look at this art. So this is the front of the first cover. This is the back. This is the second cover. On this highway, the roadkill is you. This is the back of that one. And then the third one, which is my favorite. Look at this. That looks incredible. Here is the back of that release. Yes, once again, I will just say Wicked Vision has been doing remarkable work. I really hope that after this week, all these videos that we've kind of been highlighting stuff from them, you guys are seeing and appreciating. One more way that you could do that is if you are on Facebook. There is a group that I happen to be an admin on that I'm going to show you a little bit right now. This is called the Horror and Cult Media Book Digipack Collectors Worldwide. And we share all kinds of stuff about media books. You can see the exclusive covers that I just posted for everybody to see, and lots of people excited about those. There are, people that buy, sell, and trade throughout the entire world in here. We share announcements from all kinds of media book companies. We just highlight really cool things that come in. It's a nice way to be a part of a community that can love some of these premium releases right alongside you. So if you're interested with that, I put the link for this group in the description below, and come check it out. It's a really nice, welcoming place, and I think you'd like it. So a little earlier, I teased that I had some exclusive news and some information that might entice some more English speakers into collecting some of these German media books. And earlier in the week, we heard a lot from Laurent and me when I got that giant package in from Germany about some of the things that make it a little less enticing for English speakers, but I just don't think I understood properly. So let me explain one thing specifically that I've gotten some questions on. When Wicked Vision is the one that makes the special features, so think of like a making of documentary when they're the ones that put it together, and they are the ones that are actually producing it. Like on the Black Cinema Collection, there's a documentary called There Is a Riot Going On. Those have English subtitles. Even on a release like The Man Who Laughs that you saw in my video on Wednesday, that should have English subtitles as well. They are a company that is doing their best to make these as accessible to as many people as they possibly can. Which means when I brought up the booklets, they listened. And they listened attentively. So these booklets are going to be a little more enticing for English speakers moving forward. They're going to do their best to implement one of two things on all of their releases. One, it will either have German and English in the booklet, or two, it will be a German-only booklet, and you will receive in your email a PDF in English of that entire booklet, so you can read along just like you're able to speak German. You've got that entire thing there for you, and that, to me, is amazing, that they're willing to take that step to make these more enticing to English speakers, to people all across the world that want to purchase from this company and support them. They do incredible work, and this alone shows how much they're willing to listen, and I really hope people take them up on that and share with them how appreciative you are of implementing things like this. I would not expect that to be implemented on their next, handful of releases. Let's make sure that we're not hounding them because something comes out in April and it doesn't have it available. Wait for them to be able to implement it, but they are actively working towards doing this. And pretty soon, every single release, you will be able to read the booklet, even if you speak English and not German. And that's exciting. A lot of these films are getting better releases in Germany, or they're getting the only release in the world in Germany. And Wicked Vision pioneering some of that to make it more accessible for everyone is a win-win for all of us. Wicked Vision will sell more copies. They will have more people from the US and the UK and other English-speaking countries more willing to purchase their copies. And then on top of that, it will just create the ability for them to invest in more licenses, and we'll get more of these releases in the future. So if you like this company, please follow all of the links in the description below. This is an amazing, amazing one to support. I appreciate this entire week that I've had with Wicked Vision. I hope you have as well. And if you do go to Wicked Vision and purchase something, let me know. Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear anything that you've appreciated seeing, anything that you've liked hearing about this week. If you want to see another deep dive into a company like this, let me know. I will do my absolute best to make it happen. And until next time, from one collector of stuff all over the world to all of you, have a good night.